What's going on, guys? It's the Honda Baron, and in today's video I want to talk about my beautiful CB500X and whether or not this bike, the CB500X, is powerful enough for the highway. The highway's right here. I know a lot of people will say, is the CB500X powerful enough or fast enough for the highway? Are 500cc bikes fast enough, strong enough, powerful enough for highway speeds? I just want to show you guys what happens when I take this bike on the highway. I find it okay for highway riding. I've never needed more power to pass or anything like that. Our highways here in Ontario are only 100 kilometers an hour, so not as fast as some other places, but I'll show you guys nonetheless. Also, I'm not the lightest dude, so it's just gonna be my my reality of taking a 500cc bike, the CB500X, on the highway. So I've never had any issues with this bike on the highway. I've done a lot of road trips, a lot of day trips, you know, doing a few hundred kilometers at a time on the highway. I'm gonna connect with you guys after we get off the highway in a little bit, because I don't know how good the speaker is gonna be. It's really sunny, but yeah, I'm gonna hop on the highway right now and let you guys see for yourself how this beauty does on the highway and at highway speeds. All right, take a look. That was pretty intense. You can see still plenty of room left. Alright, so that was an interesting experience there with that truck. I mean, I thought for sure he was just gonna move over, no signal, didn't see me. That turned out alright though. And there you have it. That's what it's like on the highway with this bike. If you're a bit of a lighter person, it's probably gonna accelerate faster. But as you saw, I was cruising around 6,000 RPM, about 130 kilometers an hour indicated. And I still have enough, that's right in the power band there, so there's still plenty of room to pass. I still have about a 20 kilometer an hour buffer to pass. If I get into a situation where I need to speed up to pass, I'd rather brake, I'd rather slow down instead of trying to rush through a situation. I personally find that a bit more dangerous and stressful, but when it comes to taking this bike on the highway, there's no problem, and it'll sit there comfortably at 6,000, 5,000 RPM. Like I said, I've probably done 6 hours in a row at those speeds without any issues at all, cruising at those speeds on the way back from Ottawa. And I guess one thing I want to mention is I don't have a windscreen here, right? Sorry, a guy in a convertible pulled beside me, and I find it so awkward to keep talking when there's somebody in a convertible or open window car beside me. Oh, come on. Anyways, getting back to it, I don't have a windscreen on, so I would say there is a tiny bit of buffeting on this specific bike, on the CB500X, when I'm at highway speeds, you do have to kind of hold yourself there. You can't just lean back and cruise. I wouldn't feel comfortable riding too long with one hand at 140 or 130 indicated, but when I cruise at 80 or 90 on the secondary roads, the lack of the windscreen doesn't affect me at all. And actually, I should make a video. I will make a video in the future about why I took the windscreen off. I know it's a problem that a lot of CB500X riders have, is the windscreen buffeting. But I ride with it off, so there isn't really much wind protection, but I guess you get that on a naked bike, and a lot of other bikes don't have wind protection. So for me, the buffeting isn't an issue. It might be an issue for some people. It's not an issue for me. It doesn't really affect my riding experience. But as you guys saw, I have no problem keeping up with traffic. I was passing plenty of traffic there. Depending on where you're from, the speed limit might be different. So you might have issues keeping up with traffic, maybe on the Autobahn, if you want to keep up with sports cars or higher-end sedans. But as you guys just saw, and like I said, this thing will cruise at 130 or 140 indicated all day long, no issue, and still have plenty of room to pass. If you did drive a little bit more slower, safely, and you just cruised at 120 indicated, you've got loads of room to pass. I never really feel like there's a need for an extra gear. I know some guys on cruisers have said that, and that's not something I've ever had an issue with. Depending on the bike, you might find 6,000 RPM to be high, depending on what you're comfortable or what you're used to riding. I don't find 6,000 RPMs to be high at all. The bike does fine at that speed, at those RPMs, and it's also relatively fuel efficient at 6,000 RPM as well. I like to cruise around that 4,000 RPM range. Obviously not possible where you're on the highway at 130 or 140. Yeah, guys, that's what I want to talk about in today's video. I covered it. So just as a recap, if you're still watching, the CB500X does fine at highway speeds. It's more than capable enough on the highway. It's a great highway commuter. It's great for touring if you want to take the highway. Of course, if you're doing long highway days, like 8 or 10 hours, it might get annoying. Only because it's annoying to spend that much time on the highway to begin with. I mean, it's so boring on the highway, and I don't even like going that fast because you miss everything. You can't look at everything. It's not a cruiser. It's not like an 1100cc cruiser. It's not really a bike that's completely designed for highway riding, but it's more than capable enough at maintaining itself on the highway. That's all I got for today's video. Now that guy has no problem doing 200 on the highway, and look at the traffic he's getting into. Poor guy. Alright, well, as always, you guys, appreciate you all. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with future videos. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.